Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Fates post-game. Last time we took on the Ballistician Blitz DLC, and this time we're going to go for the Final Class DLC and ending things on Revelation. So, out of all three of the class DLCs, this is the only one that I have not actually played the game that it originally comes from, so I won't be able to explain any references or things like that, unfortunately. And as I've been away from the game for a while... Oh, okay, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Anyway, I guess I can go around and talk to people here. I'm not really... Well, I mean, I suppose this is technically going to be my last visit to the castle. So I might as well just do stuff, but I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. Just because we've seen most of this kind of stuff before. And you might notice quite a few child characters here, though. Because I have since recruited everyone now. And there is even more ridiculously broken Spear Ike. Anyway, guess we can have a go at the arena. Oh, of course! Of all the people who'd... Well, at least Selena is decently trained on this file, so I can use her. At first I thought that it was a bit abnormal that her defense is max, but from what I've checked, her defense growth is actually pretty high. So... she's actually supposed to be quite decent in that regard.
Perfect timing.
No, perfect failing, more like.
Let's get this over with.
Soul is definitely really useful in the arena. Sword Ryuken! Huh. Now, can she go any further? Okay, Master Ninja kind of worries me, but really I have nothing to lose here, and I don't specifically need any more resources. Okay, so she gets double, but she is hitting quite hard, and Tsubaki is useless as usual. Of course, of all of the people that I get here, I mean, admittedly it could have been worse. I could have got someone like Jacob, who I didn't really use at all on this file. Okay, is this gonna... It did, okay, but I don't think I'm gonna have her go another round. Well, actually... Huh. Okay, I could end up horribly regretting this, but let's try.
Let's do this.
Nope. Yeah, I horribly regretted that. Thought so, but like I said, I really don't have anything to lose in this. It's only one of a resource that I had a lot of anyway. Yeah, that wasn't really her fault. That was my fault for going one extra round. Just didn't expect that enemy to do that much. I guess we could check out the lottery shop too.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let's try Dawn. Okay, it's alright. This is probably going to be a bronze weapon, isn't it? No, an iron weapon. Close enough.
See you next time.
And I guess now I can check who's on mess hall duty.
Ready and willing.
Ah! Interesting. Now, considering witches, we're going to be wanting resistance nutrients and maybe some strength to just take them out faster.
Looky what we have here. My heart is racing.
Okay. Dreamy bean salad. Does this affect males or females? I forget. Males, okay. Well, that's decent. And I guess I can just go ahead and see Lilith, and then... That feels like the end of an era. This will probably be the last face-touching I do. Or face-looking. Anyway, what am I... I'm working on speed currently, I think. Yeah, definitely working on speed at the moment. I did get 2 max stats on Lilith, though, which is pretty awesome. And I got her almost halfway through her levels, so that's at least an accomplishment. Okay, resistance is not maxed. Interesting. But this is definitely the strongest I've ever got Lilith. Don't think there's any way to increase her caps, though, apart from upgrading the temple, which I've already upgraded to the, best it can be. Anyway. And no face touching. Oh well. You know what, how about we invite Now first? Who will be the last person we face look? That would result in terrifying things happening, so yeah, let's go with Bro. And I've always promoted him to Great Knight. I've actually never really seen what he looks like as a Paladin before. Well, did I tell you the one where Kamui looked at your face intently, wanting to touch it?
You haven't changed a bit, have you? You're the same kind person I was so proud to call my best friend.
His voice does sound kind of different there for some reason. Anyway. With that, it is time for waifu bonding action. And so, Kamui wants your face! No, only one off, but... one off getting the bracelet.
Even if fate tears us apart, we'll always have these sweet moments to hold dear in our hearts.
That actually gets me a bit emotional, considering this is pretty much the last time that I will be doing the castle this playthrough. Anyway. Oh, okay. Firstly, there's something that I should do. I should go back and fight the giant face of doom! Well, not really. You probably know what I'm doing here. We're gonna skip all the cutscenes here. Get the Omega Yasuo. And then exit. And we should probably save here. And now, we head out to the Dragon's Gate for the Final Class DLC. And that would be the Witch's Trial. Now, like I said, I have not actually played Gaiden. Gaiden is the only Fire Emblem game that I haven't played yet, apart from the first game, but there is really no reason to play the first game anymore, considering it's been remade twice. Ooh, that's cool. Well, it seems like there are some non-magical enemies here, though. Hill Witches. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of terrifying. Okay, I mean, admittedly, Warp has been kind of nerfed since it was in Gaiden. They can't go anywhere they want, they can only go next to other allies. It's still ridiculously broken, though. Okay, let's see who's here. Okay. This map reminds me of some of the later ones in Awakening, actually. Huh. Huh. So... wow, there's a lot of mountains. So it's a pretty simple map overall. But we have more of these lunge, and why do they have even-handed and odd shapes? And we have quite a few generals as well. Not many with Wary Fighter, though. Some with Vantage and Inspiration. There's a Witch, but I don't think... well, she doesn't even have Warp anyway. Shadow Gift, which, basically only lets you use Nosferatu in this game. Savage Blow, Malefic Aura, and Demoiselle. Interesting. Yes, can warp over long distances, but you can't. It's cool the warping actually is incorporated into the animation. But they mostly seem to be specializing in magic and speed. So they're basically Nyx, just, being able to teleport everywhere. Hunter's Bow and Wormslayer is kind of scary of a combination. And what's also scary is the fact there's currently only one witch on the map, and I know there are going to be reinforcements here. So, I should probably bring Shigure. weird thing is, I actually think the Shigure that was the child of Kaze ended up better than this. Don't think I need them anymore. I probably won't bring Kiragi unless I really need to. Might as well bring Sigbert, Camilla, Shiro. Basically all the level ups they gained from the final chapters are all gone now. Xander, Hinoka, 4 more, wow. Is there anyone here who I need, who I have not? I mean, this Charlotte's pretty good. Just trying to think here. Wait a minute, where's... Okay, yeah, I need Elise and Sakura. And I kind of need... Okay, I guess I can have a royal party. Well, this is leaving out Azura, but, I brought the waifu/husband on every other... I don't know. Out of all the people to leave out here, I should probably leave out Forest. So, if I can find Azura, there. And everyone starts out very scattered. There are quite a few archers scattered around the place. And we will have to watch out because I'm pretty sure that there are going to be lots of witches incoming. And when that happens... Oh, right, you married Elise, yeah. When that happens, everyone with low magic is going to be at a severe disadvantage, but I think... Okay, as long as I put my... No, there are 2 archers that way and only 1 that way. But I guess they can fly up into the mountains and wait for an opportunity to strike. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, I guess we can go for it. Alright, there we go. Any space adjacent to one of their allies. So this is going to be an interesting challenge. You 2 only have regular thunder, though. They don't have warp either. Unless they actually, like, all enemy witches can do that. So yeah, this is still, Contest of Pride, or... No, wait, that's definitely a Fire Emblem battle theme, but I don't think it's from this game. I think it's a Radiant Dawn one. I forget the name of this song, but it's the one that played in Ballistic and Blitz, but apparently the battle version is different this time. Okay, so if like one of you goes there, then the witch could teleport down. I guess I'll have to see how this plays out. I think warping gives you another action, so... This is definitely going to be terrifying. Well, at least they can't warp anywhere they want. If they could, then Azura was basically dead here.
Together.
Okay, the battle thing doesn't sound too different. There we go, yeah, I thought you'd do that. And you can still get another action.
I've been waiting for this.
Ryoma suddenly turned into Akihiko. I probably said that before, but...
How naive. You're right where I want you.
Now, there is a second witch. And that did over
that all?
100 damage. And I'm pretty sure I know what the second witch is going to do. Or not. Wait. Oh, you are sneaky. This is going to be pretty fun, actually.
Back off.
I know witches could do this in Gaiden. They could actually warp anywhere they wanted, but again, Gaiden is the one game in the series that I haven't actually played so far, so I will need to do that, although, admittedly, as much as I really don't like going to the whole state of the fandom at the moment, and elitism and things like that, at the moment it seems like Gaiden's being hyped up a lot by the people who hate the newer games, so that's kind of turning me off a bit. I know I will definitely want to play it at some point, but
Not bad.
I don't like it when the fandom overly hypes something. It just gives you unrealistically high expectations. It's part of why, at the moment, I have no intention to play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, because that game is just hyped to absolute oblivion by that fanbase, and not that it isn't a good game or anything, it's just that if I did play it, the expectations would be so immensely high that nothing could ever live up to them, so it kind of turns me off playing it. And here we see the amazingness that is the Spellbane Yumi in action. Yeah. Wow, these witches hit pretty hard, though. And I can't really send in Elise because... Okay, so there are no more witches this turn. And that will stay that way this turn, because reinforcements do not ambush spawn in this game. Oh, right, Wormslayer. That's kind of smart of you. But I have a Beast Killer! I am one-upping you in the effectiveness department. Seeing Wormslayers now makes me think of, I am, like, half looking forward to... I haven't quite got up to this point. I'm towards the end of the game in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but I'm kind of looking forward to, kind of dreading, fighting M-Deus, the super bonus boss version of Medius. Because... from what I've seen, it repels everything when it has no allies around, which means the only way you can damage it is with Wormslayer attacks. Which kind of makes sense, but then, yeah. It also, apparently, and this is why I'm, again, half looking forward to, half dreading things. Oh, yes! Fujin Yumi's all-terrain ability. Being awesome again. So like I said, another one of the reasons I'm half looking forward to, half dreading it, is because it's got that...
I hate to do this.
That classic Atlas bonus boss ability to cast Medea Rahan on itself in certain conditions. Apparently, if you get it down to really low health, it starts summoning bishops, and they can fully heal it if you screw up too badly. It also has the other classic Atlas bonus boss thing of having a super move that gets stronger every time it uses it. So that sounds kind of fun. And goodbye, witch.
Farewell.
I probably should have brought more fire weapons here. Because that would have, yeah, just to make the obvious joke there. Maybe we could use axes on these witches because, I mean, they are made of wood, so, I mean, you'd think axes would be effective. Okay. I could go for the water wheel. That is a heck of a lot of damage. In this case, it is. Astra with that would have been amazing. Or critical, but as it stands, I can simply take it out, or do that, and then completely debuff it into oblivion because of awesomeness. Huh. I think Azura will actually be safe. I still need to be careful of Azura because, like I said, witches. Though she does have quite good resistance. Oh, actually. Unless I'm able to one-round the sniper, Azura will die if I do that. And am I able to one-round the sniper? I probably could with Sakura, actually. Sakura's accuracy isn't the greatest, but... But if I give her the buff from... Yeah, her speed is definitely enough to do this. So apparently it's in my best interest to stall out this map a bit. I'm guessing this is actually a C. Yeah, it is a C, because I saw the flashing tile. But it's in my best interest to stall this out a bit, and Sakura can definitely do it. Slight chance of failure, but no chance of a counterattack. Or get counterattacked, but guaranteed to one round. You know, I'm going to go for this. I just want to be safe. So like I said, apparently it's in my best interest to stall this map out a little bit, because Because apparently later on, a witch shows up with a warp scroll. And that is the only way to get the warp skill on males. Okay, you guys are advancing. That's actually pretty terrifying. And more witches, okay. So this turn we have to endure another witch assault. And the witches being near any of the other enemies, because all the other enemies are male, is going to give them buffs. Also, you have a beast killer. Huh. These are some pretty strong generals too. I actually think you know what, I think I'm gonna okay, as much as I want to retreat here, the witches are gonna be coming. Okay, so second sniper can only go there. Okay, Takumi's resistance is pathetic. Those witches are really going to destroy him. I want to lure those snipers in a way that does not lure... You have a hunter's bow! Which is absolutely pathetic to Ryoma for some reason. Like, I mean, 80 damage is not, like, particularly terrible damage, but it is by the standards of effectiveness weapons. And yeah, we're going to just go there and see if I can lure the snipers without luring anything else. You are going to retreat a little bit. As are you. You can rally, though. Rally's only 2 spaces, though, and if I rally, I get in range of... Yeah, that's not a good idea. And I will bring Elise down here because I don't want to switch to her on a mountain because that would give her less movement and that would mean that we're, yeah, kind of stuck a little bit next turn. Let's rally there and then... Huh. That is boosting... It's basically a super guard Naginata. Huh. I mean, the witches can technically go anywhere they want, and that is bad, because Azura could get badly killed. Can Azura, like... Well, that'll put Leo with her. Which means Sakura's on her own. I guess I can actually go for this, because... Sakura's probably fine against the witches. Oh, you've got javelins. Can you go on a mountain? That might be effective. And yeah, the main reason why I did that was to get Azura into a safe position. Because Leo's pretty safe against witch attacks.
I can help.
So, I'm wondering if Shiro is constantly having... If the debuff, like, goes in and out, or whether he's constantly getting that debuff. Well, that's what I thought would happen. Well, at least this one's guarded.
I won't allow it! That was close!
In all honesty, I'm kind of disappointed by the battle version. This doesn't sound too similar to the Blast version, other than lacking electric. And the witches are not attacking me. That's interesting.
I see them.
I should definitely get rid of the witches next turn, though. Otherwise, we could have some problems with them teleporting all over the place. And I use my guard gauge on the Hunter's Bow. Perfect. I still think the Hunter's Bow looks incredibly cool as far as bows go.
I won't allow it!
And I will allow you to die. I like how you can see the castle in the distance there. So apparently this map is based on Fear Mountain from Gaiden. And, well, he already learned that before in the main. What to get rid of, actually? Yeah, you know what, let's... Elbow Room's actually putting in a lot of work here, because this is mostly no terrain effects. A lot of open ground here, so... Gonna go ahead and get rid of that one.
Just in the nick of time. You deserve worse!
Speaking of Astra... That only took 3.
We're done here.
And now the witches are attacking,
No surrender.
which is kind of weird.
That was close.
So I was like, wait for me to go back into my place. And now you're,
I see them.
Is this with the debuff or without? Because if this is with the debuff, that's really
I won't
sad.
allow it. Next.
And or Spear Ike is just that amazing. We're getting a lot of experience here, actually.
Game time.
Like I said, Spear Ike is amazing. Well, one witch already died. And I'm guessing that was without the debuff, actually, because, yeah, he got it again after that. You know what? I reckon I can take 3 generals this... Well, it depends. I've got exactly 3 people on call here. That doesn't one-round you, unfortunately. And Sakura takes a lot in return. Huh. I don't like how little Brunhilde is doing, and I don't like how much Leo's taking from that guy. Well, at the very least, that's Brunhilde this thing.
Here we go.
Was that all?
Okay, that one's gone. Now... huh. Although she does get hit in return from that. Actually, I think that massive damage was with the debuff. That's pretty amazing. You have a hammer, don't you? Yes, you do. Either burn the witch or hammer one of these generals. How capable of burning witches is Sakura? Not really. Well, that guy's definitely going to die to her. But I don't want to leave that witch around because it could just teleport and then do annoying things. Sakura dies if she gets hit by both generals, so... I believe I actually do need to hammer one of them, and that leaves the witch alive, which is a problem.
Out of my sight.
Well, that's definitely overkill.
Finished. I'll do what no one else can.
Okay, yeah, this is kind of a problem.
Too slow.
And now Leo's turned into Sonic.
Sorry about this!
I could have used that in the first hit! I really could have used that in the first hit.
It was the only way.
Oh well, I don't think the witch is going to do 11. I hope the witch won't do 11.
Oh, thank God.
Well, she gained 1 point of resistance. And that, which actually might be useful. Probably don't want to get rid of that, though. This could say... You know what? I rarely use Rally Lock. I'm going to get rid of that. See, normally 39. That's a lot. It is only basic Thunder, but that is actually quite a lot of damage. Although you have 30 resistance, so it's fine. What I'm more concerned about is you teleporting down here to smash someone down in this area. Wonder if I can... Okay, if everyone kills a general, I can do this, but... Well, that's not going to be enough. Like I said, everyone needs to kill a general for this to work, and I'm not sure how capable Omega Yasuo and Levensword are doing exactly the same amount of damage. I can't critical or activate skills. How much health does Kamui have? He takes over half from that guy. I could go for some criticals here with Takumi, but this may end badly if I don't get lucky, okay? That's unlucky time. Yep, of course, unlucky times 2. The one time that I really need him to critical, he of course doesn't. Okay, she has slightly better defense, and they both have exactly equal HP. Cutting Edge looks like +1 to defense, so I may as well go with that.
Shall we kill them?
And she still has the feather.
Okay.
And that is a level up.
What?
I'm really not keeping track of whether these are better or worse than... That could be kind of useful. I'm probably not going to use lunge with her in this map. And that's only one general down. Oh, these two are still kind of weak. Raijin was 11. They're both exactly the same might, but he's doing more. May only be able to take out 2 generals, unless I get very lucky with Astra or something. No, I got neither. Now, the critical rate was kind of low there. That was to be expected. You're a Silver Lance one. There's another Silver Lance one up there.
I'll protect you.
And chainsaw time! Looks very two-dimensional in this game, though. I guess that's only because I'm used to seeing it in Smash Bros. And you did that. Okay, well at least I am dual guarding this, which is good.
I won't allow it! Just in the nick of time.
I wonder what happens once I get rid of all of the non-witch enemies and the witches keep spawning. Are they going to be stuck where they are because they don't have any allies to walk to?
You have my aid.
Okay. Ouch! However, I'm going to get my guard gauge right back again with this. Meaning that Ryoma is now safe from the witches this turn. Except they went for you for some bizarre reason. Okay.
Mommy's here.
And more witches. Are they the witches that I'm looking for? No, they are not. Oh, they still have a regular move, so... They both have the exact same movement. Okay, unfortunately this witch is going to be, well... Well, I guess the Omega Yato is kind of on fire, so I'm maybe burning this one.
I won't surrender!
Or that.
It's over.
Wait a minute! Which isn't made of wood, that's a chainsaw! It's still effective!
This is...
I found a way that worked! And Dragon Ward, I don't think I need that. Now let's just, why is Takumi so low leveled? Yeah, let's just clean up these guys.
Allow me.
Now you get that! Well, admittedly, it's a bit higher this time.
Not my fault you're
It
weak.
was in the 30s last time, now it's 41. And we all know you're the strong one in the family. I guess Camilla should get this. Even though she needs a little bit of luck to do
No
it.
need to worry.
Well, hopefully we have no need to worry.
Are you alright?
Do we have no need to worry? Let's find out. We do not, because Camilla did the flipping around animation,
Did it
so
hurt?
she got it.
Oh?
Is it just me, or is she getting more magic as a Falcon Knight than she ever got as a, I was about to call it a Dark Flyer, but it is not, as a Malignite. Okay then. I want to just smash this general. He does have a, Yeah, this one would be Paviz, yeah. Yeah, and he activates it, of course he does. At least it's not completely nullifying damage like Great Shield. That was frustrating. I had a lot of issues with that in Fire Emblem 4, let's just say. Great Shield was kind of my main there. I was about to say 2 witches warping next to Sakura could be a problem, and then I realized, oh wait, they can't do that because there are no enemies next to her.
No need to worry.
As long as she stays away from any non-witch... What the? Well, that was painful. Forgot you had Vantage. Never seen a general activate Vantage before, so that kind of holding your lance in the air animation kind of surprised me.
More to come.
Yeah, Leo's all-around stats just don't feel that great. Oh, and there's Life Taker, though. That definitely helped. Okay, witches can warp to other witches. So, one of them could go there or there. The second one could warp here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get Sakura, so... If she only gets hit by one of them, it's not bad, but I'm going to retreat her anyway. Okay, Roma desperately needs healing. Let's see if they do end up warping to each other.
I'll back you up.
Okay, that's kind of dangerous.
Careful, all right?
And neither of them warped.
Good stuff.
I wonder if more of them are going to spawn this turn. Okay, no, they are not. So, let's at least... If I get rid of that one, though... Not quite enough. You, on the other hand... well... Also do not quite enough, but you do take a lot less damage. And of course you get that now. And I just had a weird idea. Forget that Azura doesn't have enough to one-round you, so yeah. I actually think her best option is to do this. I guess it kind of makes sense for him to bow to her now that she's the new queen of Vala.
You can do this.
Well, I hope he can. Definitely can, though, because he's one-shotting this one. Oh, I should have brought Rinka! That would have been perfect. I should have brought Rinka here. Oh well. I guess that's for next time I do this, I guess. Definitely should have brought Rinka, though. That's a massive missed opportunity for me there. I mean, on this file, I don't know how many of the witches she could have actually taken out, but seeing her do it with that animation would have been pretty appropriate. But I mean, Kamui chainsawing witches, again, is also appropriate. And we can climb mountains. Because Takumi is broken.
Ready?
I'm now imagining this boss witch with a Gruntilda voice. More of them. It's only turn 7. And you are still not the witches we're looking for. And my javelin does not work. Also, we going down the mountain. And healing you because you need it.
I'll try my best.
And yeah, at this point we can pretty much just sit in front of the boss area and just take out every witch that comes across. Or not, because javelins are nerfed. But I know someone who definitely can take out every witch they come across.
That was close.
And no, that was not close. Okay, they're both... And you one-shot them, of course you do.
No quarter. For the glory of Hoshido!
And you triple one-shot them.
I will not lose.
That was pretty decent. Like, Realm's stats as a paladin might not be the best, but I like mobile Raijintor. Can I get into a good position to... I do have physics, so I'm kind of fine here.
I'll do my best.
I like how physics looks in this game, actually. And he could try and take the boss out this turn. He does exactly enough with Water Wheel, that's pretty amazing. Unless, I hope the reinforcements don't stop once the boss is beaten, though. There are some Fire Emblem games where that happens, but I hope this is not one of them.
No surrender.
Nope, no surrender.
Ready for this?
Really? Wow. That was extremely painful. Extremely painful. And things are going to get even more painful because he's now got even more strength. Are you even close to cap yet? No, you're not. Okay, so now everyone else can fly in and try and take out these witches, and with no allies to hide behind, you cannot use your warp. And it's not even a skill for you, because... Oh, okay. At least we got to see their dodge animation. And naturally a 74 hits, but a 40... 74 misses, but a 40 hits.
I see them.
This is going to block one of the reinforcements. Oh, wait, no, you can't block reinforcements in this game. Oh, great, wait a minute. Please tell me that the reinforcements haven't. If I stop the reinforcements early by beating the boss, then that's unfortunate, because I was waiting for... I was waiting for the one with the warp scroll to show up. There are a lot of games in the series where defeating the boss stops reinforcements, but usually this isn't one of them.
Good thing you were here.
And now, basically, we just stay here and heal, because there's nothing else for us to do. There's no enemies left on the map at all.
Sorry, Dory.
Are there going to be any more witches? No witches this turn. I hope I didn't screw this up. It's just one-shotting the boss like that was just such a good opportunity. I didn't want to pass it up. Unfortunately, doesn't look like there are going to be any more. Does not look like there are going to be more. I'm going to do this for a little while just to see. I highly doubt... No, I think they're all gone. I'm going to go to 30 just in case. Yeah, I screwed it up by beating the boss early. Oh well. It's not like I was going to use warp anyway. I mean, I was definitely not going to use warp anyway.
Invest in another year.
I wish warp just didn't work online, because apparently online is just completely broken by that. Are we? Well, I guess we sort of are. Well, at least we still get the Witcher's Mark. And yeah, we would have gotten an extra warp scroll, but I stopped the reinforcements early. One of the few times where I'm actually doing that as a bad thing. Anyway, still gonna record on because I want to at least show the witch class. I've had a few conflicting ideas of who to use it on. Originally, let's see what it does to Elise, actually. Does boost magic quite a bit. And speed. So, ideas that I originally had were Rajat, because she kind of makes sense for it both personality-wise and stat-wise. Look at that magic. But my other idea was, if I can find her... One, I've heard that Anna is actually quite good as a witch. And two, Well, I normally say that I'm not going to use DLC items in this playthrough, but Anna herself is DLC, so I kind of feel alright with that. And you know what? That Anna just said, I better not put any curses on you. So it only feels appropriate to reclass her obscure cousin / sister into a witch, so she can put curses on other people. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, it's a generic outfit, but still. I have heard that Witch Anna pretty much completely breaks the game because of her insane magic growth, so that's kind of interesting. And I have not given her any tomes, so I can't really show off how her animations look or anything like that. Do I have any spare standard fire? Paper. Yeah, let's use paper. So, I could actually try and go into... Okay, so I'm gonna try and go into Boo Camp just to see if I can get Witch Anna a few levels. Or I could just do a challenge. But I think most of these are going to be far beyond her at this point. So I could try and go into Boo Camp and just see if I can get her some of the skills just to show how they work. Okay, so the first skill we get is Shadow Gift, which in this game is kinda useless because all it lets you use is Nosferatu, which is still a decent tome, but Nosferatu tanking with a class this fragile is not exactly the best. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you when I get the next skill. Oh, right, Witch's Brew is second, so I'm guessing that Warp comes a lot later then. Oh, that's cool. Witch's Brew basically stacks with her personal skill. They both trigger based on luck stat, though I'm pretty sure they're rolled for separately. It's not like if one triggers, the other one always triggers as well. Or is it? I'm not sure. But anyway, this makes it so that for the first 7 turns, you have a random chance to get a random medicine, and generating free tonics is definitely a very useful thing to have. So, I actually quite like that skill. I know that later on you get Toxic Brew, which basically has the same effect as the Immobilize skill that some of the Stoneborn in this map actually have, but it's randomly activated. And Warp is the next skill, but that might be at a higher level. So, not sure if I'll even be able to show off Warp on camera, but basically it does the same thing that the enemy witches could do, and you can give that to male units or anyone you want with a scroll that you can get out of the Witch's Trial chapter, and completely and utterly break the game into a million pieces, which I'm not going to do at all. So, next time, we will be going into Heirs of Fate. That's it, I was thinking of the Japanese name. Heirs of Fate. And that means that basically none of the stuff that we've got in the main game will carry over at all. So, yeah, none of these levels will mean anything. That's going to be kind of interesting, but overall, I kind of like the gimmick of Witch's Trial. I almost wish that there was another chapter that had witches in it, because having to plan in advance for them being able to teleport next to allies, it's actually kind of fun. Again, the problem is that people abuse the hell out of it online, and honestly, if there was another chapter that had that, I kind of dread to think what Conquest would have done with a gimmick like that, but I actually found that map sort of fun, so interesting. So, yeah, with that, we'll be continuing into the DLC next time with the final set that I'm planning on doing, Heirs of Fate. So, see you then.